mic එක ගහන්න නම් මේ ඔයාලට කේබල් එක දෙන්න ඕනේ. ඔයාගේ ෆෝන් එක charge කරන්න දෙකයි ඉතින්. ඔයාලගේ ඉන්න මේ. මම තව පිටකින් ඉන්නේ. හා. එහෙනම් ආසන. mic එක අපි පේපර් එක බලාගෙන යමු. මම මේ සම්පූර්ණයෙන් බලන්න ඕනේ. මම දැන් ඔය විතරයි බලන්න ඕනේ. අදකොට තිබුණොත් දන්නේ නැහැ. ඔය අහුන්නේ නැහැ නේද මොකද? shape එක ඉවර කරලා. Satisfied about the paper? Good. Right. So what is the first question? Select the scalar quantity out of the following quantities, right? Max. Do I need to clarify more? No. Second one, which element causes chlorosis in veins and areas between veins in leaves? Chlorosis in leaves. What do you mean by chlorosis in leaves? Answer is 2, nitrogen. Nitrogen. Nitrogen වල plants වලට අදාළව තියෙන කොටස මතක තියෙන්න ඕනේ මේ වෙලාවට. නේද? මම ඔයාලට ලොකු දිග සින්දුවක් එහෙම හදලා YouTube එකට දාලා මේ තියෙනවා. ඒක අහන්න ගෙදරින් එකම. හරිද? ඒක අහන්න ඕනේ අර පොතේ මේ වගු තෙල් එක. හරිද? එතකොට මේ හිමීට අහනකොට තේරෙනවා මේ තැන් ටික තමයි මේ තියෙන්නේ කියලා. ඒක සින්දුවක් එක්ක ඔයාලට මොකක් හරි දෙයක් සිද්ධ වෙයි. මොකාට මුත් වෙනවා කියලා කියන්නේ ඔයාලට පොඩ්ඩක් මේ මැච් වෙයි. ඒක පොඩි තාලෙකුත් එක්ක රීමික්ස් කරලා ඔළුවට යනවනේ. බොහෝ දුරට ඒක වටි. මේ try කරලා බලන්න. ඒකට මේක අමුතෙන් කියන්න දෙන්නේ. What is the unit of moment of force? Momentum නෙමෙයි momentum නම් momentum එක හොඳට මුන් දාලා ඒක දාලා Answer 2, Newton meter. Fourth one, the chemical formula of chloride of an element is M, right? Element M is MCl, right? MCl, they have given that MCl is the chloride. So the valencies are 1, 1, 2. What is asking? What is the chemical formula of the carbonate of M, right? So carbonate CO3, 2 minus is carbonate. Then what happens? M has valency 1, this has valency 2. Then the formula become M2CO3. Who has got this answer? Answer number 1 for the question. Good. Right. 5. Which of the following organelle can be observed only through an electron microscope? Which of the following organelle? Right? Electron microscope. Nucleus can be seen by light microscope. Okay? Vacuole, cellule, they are big. Right? So ribosome is the answer. Ribosome is the smallest part. Not the smallest, very smaller part. Okay. Molar mass of carbon dioxide is 44 gram per mole. What is the molecular mass of carbon dioxide? Right? Right? 44 gram per mole. They have given that clearly. Right? Asking what is the molecular mass of carbon dioxide? Mass per one molecule. එතකොට මොකද කරන්න ඕන? එක මෝල් එක ගන්න බෙදන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 per mole. Per mole to per mole cancel. 44 gram divided by 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 gram. This is the answer. Answer what? Molecular mass. 7. Which of the following is not a disease of respiratory system? Right? Not a disease. Thrombosis. Thrombosis is a disease related to what? Circulatory system. Right? What is the resultant force of the system given below? Resultant. What is the resultant? 5 Newton towards Y. It is easy. Easy now. Ninth one. Lewis structure of ammonia molecule is shown below. What is the name given for the pair of electrons which is not bonded with any lone pair? Lone pair. Tenth one. Given below are few statements made by student on friction. Which of the following is the correct answer? Think about friction. First one, the force acting on a moving object is called static friction. Moving object is static? No. Static is static. S means stop. The object is stopped. Okay? S static object. So not stop. Here they say that moving, not that answer. The limiting frictional force depends on area of contact surface. Not only limiting, any frictional force does not depend on area. Third, limiting frictional force increase when the normal reaction between two forces increase. That is correct. When the normal reaction increase, the friction also increase. Normal reaction increase means it is pressing to the surface. When highly pressing to the surface, it cannot move easily. So fourth one, the answer is taken, answer 3. Let's take the fourth one, the limiting frictional force decrease when the normal reaction between the two forces increase. The opposite of that, no? 11. 3 statements about the mass of an object expressed by 3 students are given below. A. The amount of matter included in the object. B. What is about this statement about the mass of an object? Okay. The amount of matter. Okay. It is correct. Second one, the force which attracts the object towards the earth. No. The international unit is kilogram. C is correct. So the answer 4, A and C are correct. Right? The second, B is describing about what? Weight. So the question number 12. An object is suspended by a strong spring. Which statement is correct about the forces acting in this situation? Number 1, weight of the object is acting vertically downward. Okay, weight vertically downward, and the tension of the string acting vertically upward. It is correct, no? That is the answer. Check others. The mass of the object acting vertically downward. Mass is not acting to any direction because it is a scalar. 3. The tension of the string is acting vertically downward and the weight of the object is vertically upward. Weight does not act upward. No. So fourth one, the tension of the string is acting vertically upward. The mass of the object is acting upward. Mass don't have a direction. So answer first one. No doubt with the 2, 3 and 4. 13th question. Who first introduced the 5-domain system of classification? You remember that I have told you something. A. Robert, Tune, Carl, something like that. Remember, you can take the answer using that one. Robert to I take. So 14th question. Which one of the following has a unisexual flower? Right? Pumpkin is the answer. Pumpkin. Then we take how we call body in English? I don't know. Corn. Sometimes this is no picture. You know, cat every time, no. He is thinking what is body. Not coming. So 15th done. Right? 15. The pressure exerted. Don't laugh at me, huh? The pressure exerted on the earth by heap of soil covering 8 square meter, 160 Pascal. So they should ask about the force, really. Okay. Then you know the equation of pressure. What is that? P equal F divided by A. You can find force by multiplying pressure and area. So what is the answer? 160 multiplied by 8. 1280, no? Okay. 16th one. The following are the physical characteristics of some gases. So first one they have given that the density is higher than air. You should remember about carbon dioxide, I think. Huh? Okay. I told you about this in the last day. You remember? I think Saturday in the class. Okay. Supporter of combustion. Same thing remembered in that class. Oxygen. Combustible is hydrogen. Remember before week, no? Okay. Answer 4. 17th question. An egg white is tested with the following reagents. Okay. Which of the following is correct observation? First one, iodine solution, black, Benedict solution, blue, sodium hydroxide, few drops of copper sulfate, blue. So you know that egg white has what? Protein. The first one is what? Which test is the first one? It's a good question, I think. Starch test. The second one, what is that? Glucose test. Next one, Barrett test. That means protein test. So, what is the most abundant thing in the egg white? Starch or glucose or protein? Protein. So it should show protein with purple. The third answer or fourth answer should be there. Then by checking about the Benedict solution, Benedict does not show pink. So you have to take the third answer. We don't feel any sweet taste, no? When we are eating egg, you feel sweet? No. So glucose should not be there. May be there, but very little, no. Okay, answer 3. 18th one. The following setup is done to find a factor which is responsible for change in rate of reaction. Okay, something they have done to find factors of changing rate of reaction. What is responsible factor? So manganese dioxide is there, H2O2 is there. You remember that manganese dioxide is a type of catalyst, right? That increase the rate of reaction.
What are catalysts?
Catalyst means some chemicals that increase the rate of reaction, but they don't react with the chemical reaction. They don't consume. They remains. Right? Think about your father is keeping a gun to you and ask you to study. Okay? Does he shoot? No, never. But you work higher. Am I correct? Your father's gun is like a catalyst. No? Yes. No, any weapon is used. But show him. He's scared and he working. Like that. Same thing catalyst. 19th question. An object with mass of 10 kg is raised to height of 5 meter. 10 kg means 100 Newton raised to 5 meter. So 500 joule is there in 10 seconds. So 500 divided by 10 is showing with the first answer, no? Okay, joule per second is the correct unit. It is everywhere. First one is the answer. 20th question. We are moving to the 20th question. The figure below shows a circuit with 3 bulbs. Okay, we can see 3 bulbs named A, B and C having different filament resistance. So they say that the filaments have different resistance. Okay, their filament act as 3 resistors, 3 types of resistors. Find the descending order of the brightness. Find the descending order of the brightness. What has the lowest brightness? Shall we find the value? A is here. It has 4 ohm. Okay. Then another 4 ohm resistor is here. Then another 4 ohm resistor is here. But if they are lines up, works as resistors. Okay, these two are, this is 5 ohm. These two are in parallel way. So you can take the equivalent resistance by 1 upon R is equal to 1 upon 4 plus 1 upon 5. So equal 20 here 9. So R equal 20 divided by 9. It is equal to about 2, right? So this has higher resistance, so it has the lowest. You understood this? This has 4 ohm resistance. These two all together act as 2 ohm resistance. So this has higher resistance. That's why it is the brightness is lowest one. Its brightness is lowest. Okay, so the answer is 4. No, the lowest one A is in the first one in the only 4th answer. So directly we can take as answer 4. Then B and then C. Right? Then 21. When 2, do you need to write? Time to write? No need to. Okay. 21. When 2 equal resistors are in series, how many times will two equal resistors are in series? How many times will equivalence the resistance be more than the equivalence of the resistance obtained when they are in parallel connection? How to find that? That is a big question, no? Big question, right? Think about resistor is 8 ohm. Take an example. The resistor is 8 ohm. Do you understand the question? Right? 2 resistors are in series. Okay? So 8 and another 8 ohm resistor are in series. Then what is the equivalent resistance? 16. No? Why are you talking to them? Can you come here? Turn the door. Then no need to. Just turn the fan. Okay. The equivalent resistance of two of these are equivalent resistance. One says in series way we have to just add R1 plus R2. No? Okay, that is 16. Then in the next time the equivalent resistance is more than equivalent resistance when they are in parallel connection. Okay, when they are in parallel connection, what is the answer? 8 ohm, and here again 8 ohm. So what is the answer? 8 over 2 is 4. Okay. Then how many times is 16 of 4? 4 times. The answer is 3. What is? Who has the correct answers? Only one. Good. 2. Select the correct statement about the following. Okay. First one. The features that externally appears in an organism is known as genotype. Select the correct statement. Genotype is the gene arrangement. Okay. It is like a in how we call that, in capital and simple letters, like that. Second one, scientist Morgan introduced gene linkage as the genes on the same chromosomes which freely segregate. Does linked genes segregate? No, they cannot segregate freely. They cannot segregate independently. You remember that? What is the definition for linked gene linkage? You remember that? What are linked genes? No idea. How we call linked genes? Genes that do not segregate independently are known as linked genes. So they have given here, they are freely segregated. That is why this answer is wrong. Don't you understand? Even now, don't you understand? What are linked gene? Linked gene means, think about the gene. T and T is here. This is the gene, okay? There is another gene. In T, let's make it as E. It is bonded to T. Right? When these genes are segregated as T and T, this E also coming never segregate. Okay? Understood or not? That is linked. It cannot freely move. Okay? That's why the linked genes are called what? Genes that do not segregate independently are known as linked genes. Okay? So they have given in the second answer, they are freely segregated. That is why it is wrong. Okay? Then third one, albinism is a mutation occurred due to a gene responsible for production of hemoglobin. No. Albinism is due to what? Melanin. Albinism occurred due to what? Melanin what? What happened to melanin? Melanin pigment making gene, what happened to it? It mutation, no? It mutes. Okay. Fourth one, so it should be the answer, no? If two genes are similar in length, width and the place of the centromere, they are called homologous pair of chromosomes. Yes, it is correct. Similar in length, width and the place of centromere. Everything is same, no? It is like TT. TT, this condition, TT condition or like this TT condition, these are called what? Homologous pair or homologous condition, like that. Okay, homo means same. Same types of genes are there. Anything is same type, at every time we use the homo word. You know, it is a repeating word, no, homogeneous mixture, homoatomic molecules, heteroatomic molecules. Homo hetero is something repeating with different words, no? Right. So 23rd one. The diameter of a mango tree is increased with the growth of the mango tree. Diameter of mango tree increased with the growth of mango tree. Okay, that means it becomes fat, no? What is the tissue for the above mentioned growth? Tissue responsible for? Who is responsible for this? Which type of apical meristem, lateral meristem, intercalary meristem? What is that? Intercalary? Lateral meristem. Intercalary means it is if the internodes, no, it increase the length of internode. Lateral cambium tissue. Cambium tissue is an example for lateral meristem, no? So it is the answer. 23. Second one is the answer. Cambium. Okay. Fourth question. Which is incorrect about cellular respiration? The energy is needed for cellular respiration. Energy is generated in cells as a result of, it is correct, second one. Oxidation of food is taken place in cellular respiration. It is also correct. CO2 release also correct. So we have to take the first answer. No? Energy is needed for cellular respiration. This first answer, it is also somewhat correct now. That's why I check. Here it says that cellular respiration also consumes very little amount of energy, because any reaction cannot be started without energy. A little amount of energy is needed. Okay, but the more suitable answer is the first one. That's the reason. Okay. If any chemical reaction is happening, right, there is a state of energy level to start that. So it should be supplied there. So in the 25th question, what is the initial organic compound that is produced by green plant in the food synthesis process? Glucose, no? It is grade 6 question. Okay, 26. Given below some features expressed by student about electromagnetic wave. Given below are some features expressed by a student about the electromagnetic wave. A. These waves are not affected by external electromagnetic field. It is correct, no? EM waves do not affected by external electric and magnetic field. If that occurs, many things will change, no? Externally changing signals. Okay, light will change with the magnets. That does not happen, no? So B. They do not require a medium to propagate. It is also correct. EM waves, the phone signals don't need a medium now. Right? Light also EM wave, we don't need a medium now to come through the space. Okay? So B also correct. They travel at a speed of 3 to the power 3 into 10 to the power 8 in the also correct. So answer is 4. A, B, C all are correct. Right? Okay. 27th question. If you place a plastic ball on the surface of water and then disturb the water surface, how would the plastic ball move? Think about surface of water and the plastic ball and you disturb the water. Right? What do you think? The water waves are moving like this, no? Right? Like that, no? What will happen to the plastic ball? Move up and down. Okay? Is there any answer? Like that? Yes. Ball move up and down perpendicular to the water surface is given in the third one. That is the answer. 28. What is the amount of heat required to increase the temperature of 500 gram aluminium pieces from 30 to 50? Aluminium 900. Q equal MC theta. 0.5 multiplied by 900 multiplied by that means answer 2, no? 0.5 multiplied by 900, 900 divided by 2, 450. Again it is multiplied by, difference is 20, no? No? Multiplied by 20, 450, again multiplied by 20, then answer become 9000. Got it? Just you have to use Q equal MC theta. The M should be in kilogram. That's the thing. What is the observation when an aqueous copper sulfate solution is electrolyzed using carbon electrodes? Okay. Copper sulfate, carbon electrode, cathode and anode. The gas bubble emitted as the cathode and anode. At both electrodes, this gas bubble evolve. No, it does not happen. No. Then reddish brown substance deposit on the anode. Anode is positive or negative? Positive. Anode is positive. Add. Then brown color deposit at which? Anode or cathode? Brown color substance means copper. Here brown color means what? Copper. Copper is a metal. Right? Copper is what? Copper is what? Metal. Okay. When metals are dissolving, it becomes positive ion or negative ion. When copper dissolving, it becomes Cu plus or Cu minus. When electrons are removing, metal is always removing electrons. You remember that? Sodium is a metal, it becomes Na plus. You remember? Magnesium is also a metal, it also becomes Mg2 plus. Aluminium also a metal, it becomes Al3 plus. So metals are removing electrons and become positive ions. So we call positive ions in special name. Do you remember that? Positive ions. There is a special name for positive ions. Do you remember that, anyone? Anion is negative. So the opposite of anion is cation. Cation. Sometimes they ask that word in questions also. Right? Or they give the question as anion or cation. You should be able to remember what is anion and what is cation separately. Okay? So next one. What we are talking about? We are talking about metals, no? The question has gone for long, huh? Metals. Listen to me carefully. I am talking alone here. Metals are removing electrons. Agree with me? Oh, then it become positive ion or negative ion? Positive ion. Okay. Then this metal is in the solution. Okay. The solution is with the cation, positive ion. Okay. So when there is an electric charges of positive and negative, the copper is positive, no? It is a cation, no? Positive moves to which side? Cathode, negative side. So the reddish brown substance deposit at the cathode. The answer is 4. Now did you get that? Oh, memorize that. Memorize. Did you understand? Okay. Understanding is something more than memorize. Okay. 30th question. Select the secondary consumer of a food chain constructed with grasshopper and chameleon. Who will become the secondary consumer, Puta?
Chameleon.
Chameleon is the answer. How it becomes? Grass is the producer. Grass is eaten by? Grasshopper. So who is grasshopper?
Primary consumer.
Very good. Primary consumer. He is the first consumer, and then the grasshopper is eaten by chameleon. Chameleon means who? Katussa.
Secondary consumer.
Yes. Do you familiar with that name? Katussa for chameleon. We remember lizard, no?
Yeah.
We identified chameleon by Kung Fu Panda 4, no? There is an animal looks like lizard, but we called it as chameleon. ඇත්තටම chameleon එක පොදිනවා. මම මතකයි. අතුස්ස සාමාන්‍ය lizard පොදිනවා. Right? What is the main component in LP gas? What is the main component in LP gas? Propane and butane. So answer is second one. Method from butane. Second and third. C2 and C4. 32. Select the options which gives correctly the name of hormone and its function. They have given you hormone and function. But looking, insulin converts glucose to glycogen. Is it correct? Correct. Answer is first one. They are very good people. Why? If the correct answer was in the first one, you will have to discuss 2, 3 and 4. Okay? But think about hormone glucagon. What is the function of glucagon? Again the reverse from glycogen to glucose. Then what is the function of testosterone? They have given that it shows females something characteristics. No. Right? Someone who gets the male have made this question, I think. Right? Estrogen? No. This one is somewhat different. Some like that has made, because they are having females also. Estrogen making male characteristics. 33. I'm in the 33. 33rd question. Okay. So come to that question slowly.
After the 44. After MCQ.
After the MCQ paper, we have structure paper. And essay paper. Before that, okay, I know what you are going to ask here. Okay, let's enjoy.
Let me explain.
Okay.
Shall we discuss 33rd question?
Sure.
An alternating current of 12 volts should be converted to 120 volts. Okay, it should be multiplied by 10 times. Okay. The primary coil, not what is that you are talking about? We are not in the consumer, is the question.
In an alternate.
He is already in the consumer scene. Family is gone. Read.
An alternate current of 12 volts should be converted to 120 volts. The primary coil of the transformer is at 500 turns. Find the number of turns that should be equivalent.
So Buddha, listen to me carefully. What happens to the voltage? The voltage is 12 volts become 120. That means how many times? 10 times. The turns are in the primary coil is 500. It should be multiplied by 10 times. It is 500. Like that we have to give the answer of this MCQ question to reduce the time consuming. 34th question we are. Diagram below show the parallel beam of light falling on A, B and C. Okay. A, B, C are something that they have hidden. Okay. Not rectangles here. What is A? A creates a convergent beam. Right?
It makes sense.
So, if the light penetrates through the object, it should be made of glass or something. So, it is not a mirror. It should be a lens, and
Convex lens.
it is a convex lens. Because the beam is convergent. So, convex lens is given in the first one and second one.
Plane mirror.
So, second one is a plane mirror B. Okay.
Reflect back the same path.
Right. First one is done. We do same, huh? Nice. 35th question. Given below are few statements expressed by a student about transistor. Wow. Very rare time the student is thinking about transistor. No? They are thinking about some albaila many times. Okay. A. There are two p-n junction in the transistor. Okay. Connecting external voltage correctly onto the terminals of transistor is called biasing. Okay. No, wait. We cannot say like that. Right? Biasing is not related to the transistor, but transistors also biasing. But the terminals are changed with PNP and NPN type. Right? Okay. A transistor can be used as a current amplifier. C is directly correct. We can take that. So A and C are correct answers. Who has wrote A, B, C all? What to do? Think about listen to me. Think about NPN transistor. You remember NPN? In NPN transistor, N is negative type, but we connect positive terminal, no? Right? Is it correct? No voltage correctly, so we cannot take second term, right? Got it or not?
Yes.
Okay. Think about in instances. In the first time reading the question, I also felt that it is correct. Like it looks like correct, but it is wrong for transistor. Okay. 36th question. The unit of measuring electricity is kilowatt hours. But all are kilowatt hours? What is that? Okay. The
First one, no?
Third.
Second one. That is somewhat fucking question, no? Really? How you remember? Think about this. Look, hey, when we write kilogram, do we write kilogram like this? No, we use simple K. You remember that? Okay, so K is simple in the second term. Okay. Okay, then what should be? What should be what? Like this. Because it is not the simple W. It is capital W. So hours at every time we know that hours every one has addition of interpretation. So we have to think about the K and W. So the K is not this. K is simple K. And what is? Capital. Second answer. That type of questions are asking. No silence, no, just memorize. Just practice. They are testing that your practice. If some student is not looking at the book many times, he know that kilowatt and everything is there, but he don't remember about how to write kilogram, capital or simple. Right? They are testing your practice with science. Okay. The 37th question. When we see the question, we memorize what? Solvent extraction, no? Anapula? When you see the diagram, no? Solvent extraction part should be reminded. What method of separation component showing in the diagram? Very easy. Solvent extraction. 38th one. Out of the following, select the instance where bases are not used. Okay. Removal of thrusting object is the answer. Why? Removal of thrusting object can be done with an acid. Right? Have you seen any time you apply soap on iron to remove the rust? No, bases are not using for that, no? Okay. Soap using. Purification of molasses, sodium hydroxide uses. For petroleum products also sodium hydroxide uses. I'm thinking about purification of molasses. Sodium hydroxide, no? Maybe the base is used. Is it sure about the sodium hydroxide or any other base? What are the types of base you have given? Sodium hydroxide and other type? Potassium hydroxide, no? Okay. 39th question. Out of the following reactions, which is an endothermic? Oh, what about it? Endothermic. Like that. That means likes to come. And I am asking endo is right. You don't like this, okay. Listen me. Endothermic mean. Listen me. You. Endothermic means heat taken or heat released? Heat taken. Then if you touch it, you will feel hot or cool? Cool. When someone is taking your heat, you feel cool. Right? When someone is cool and hug you, right? That means he or she taking your heat from your body. When someone is feeling very cool and needs some hot, okay? He or she goes to Pawan and hug Pawan, right? What happens then? Pawan is not going to do something bad thing like that. He or she taking heat from the Pawan, so Pawan feels what? Cold, okay? So the first one, when dissolving solid sodium hydroxide, dissolving, what happens? Increase in the temperature, right? When dissolving solid ammonium chloride, NH4Cl, it takes heat from the outside. So for third one, it is the answer. Second one, when sodium hydroxide reacting with HCl, acid-base reaction, releasing heat. Magnesium reacting with hydrochloric, releasing heat, become hot. So second one is the answer definitely. If someone is not remember about the ammonium chloride, it is not a matter here, right? By thinking about the first, second and fourth one, someone can guess the answer is second one. Okay, the last question we are going to discuss from the MCQ paper. Out of the following, which one is an example for an antiseptic? This is something we have to discuss about in the which lesson? Biology lesson. But we missed this because it was not in the tube. No, you remember anything like antiseptic, disinfectant, phenol, something like that? No, we did not discuss. No, it is in that lesson. We have to discuss about antiseptics and disinfectants. Okay. Remind me to teach you about that. Antiseptics are chemicals, right, that we apply on our skin. Okay. Chemicals that can apply on our skin to remove germs. You remember in the corona periods we used what? Sanitizer. It is made up of isopropyl alcohol. Don't say just alcohol. It is isopropyl alcohol. Okay. So like that here. We can take surgical spit here. Okay. Antiseptic. Surgical spit, we have to take that. It is the most suitable one. There is a problem with phenol also. Let's discuss it later. Take answer 3 for the 14. Okay. Use that.
Power on. Bluetooth mode.
Enjoy time. Close the video.